Hello everyone, hello fellow hunters, hello fellow wigglers, hello fellow palicos, and the Roaring Rex here, and hope you're having a fantastic hunting day. I know I'm kind of late to this, but I'm gonna do the Monster Hunter tag created by the famous Dark Hero, aka the Wiggler King. Anyway, if you guys don't know about the Monster Hunter tag, which I imagine you do, but maybe don't. It's a event created by the YouTuber called Dark Hero, which pretty cool of him to make such a fun event, where people get to express their personality about the games in 5 questions. And it's honestly very interesting to do that. But anyway, at the moment I'm in a hotel room, so sorry for any echoey noises or noises from outside and all that, so sorry about that. And English is not my first language, so don't expect the best saying of me. Don't expect the best. Anyway, so really excited for this and cannot wait. So let the Monster Hunter tag begin. So here's the first question. What got you into the Monster Hunter series and what do you like about it the most? So, I began Monster Hunter in Monster Hunter World. I'm one of those who started in the newest one, which is World. But I'm not a stranger to the franchise Monster Hunter. Because the thing is, when I was much younger, when I was a tiny little lad, I used to watch a lot of Monster Hunter on YouTube, but not in the most amount to know everything. I just knew there were palicos, there were some really cool monsters. I knew like things about Devil Joe, Rathalos, Rathian, Tyrex, and Kian Katku, if that's the name right. And yeah, I did knew a lot about it, and definitely also such other monsters that are many well known, especially ones who I really want to see in Iceborne whenever that comes out. It was an interesting thing, and I really did enjoy watching a lot about it. Then I kind of started to not watch much of it because I didn't have the time and kind of almost forgot about it. But then in another video game called Ark Survival Evolved, there was a mod which added some of the monsters from Monster Hunter World into the game. Unfortunately, you cannot check that mod now because it's been taken down by the famous Capcom, which was kind of a shame. But then a couple of, I think, months or weeks, don't remember, they announced Monster Hunter World, and I was like, well, I know why I'm getting a PS4 for once, because the thing is, I never had a PS4 or console. Well, didn't used to have an Xbox 360 at the time, but only used it in trips because I didn't knew anything about bloody adapters or whatever you do to connect them to things so they can work in your place. And what do I like about it the most? Now that's the interesting part, because there's a lot of things I like, from the monsters to the palicos to Best Boy Dotogama. But if I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably just like I guess what really got me into it, that I really like the most, would be its biology. How they don't use magic or any superpower. Well, cough cough, black dragons and everything, but still, it's a very fascinating thing that I liked as a kid, from not in Monster Hunter related biology, because I'm still interested in biology in the real life and I definitely still enjoy studying about it. And this game really gives a really cool vibe to it when it comes to that, from watching the monsters go around the place hunting or just prancing around and all that. It's just fascinating. And there's a really cool thing that I noticed. I like to call it there's two things I noticed. If you're not fighting a monster and you get close to it, like to its feet, you can notice how big they really are. But when you fight it, you kind of feel like it trunks. I don't know why, but I had that feeling a lot of times. Like I tested and untested it. It's really a cool feeling. It's almost like the hunting eye and the normal eye type of thing. Would recommend trying. It's really cool. Question number 2. What are some of your favorite moments and memories playing Monster Hunter? Well, it's interesting. From either finally playing a Monster Hunter game to taking on really cool monsters. I guess it's kind of a mix, I would say. I remember my first tail cut, which was an Anjanath, a low rank Anjanath, which I actually have a clip of it in one of my videos you can check out. But I was so happy that I managed to cut a monster's tail. I was like, oh my god, I did it! Whoa! Yeah, and everything like that. I was essentially really excited when I cut off the tail, like, oh my god, I'm so badass and everything. Especially how at the time I used to be a dual blades user, for the most part. Fight, 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 fight. Woo! Yay! That's what I'm talking about. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Come handy. It's the perfect place for a perfect mount. But still, I had such a fun time in the beginning times, especially fighting monsters like Tobikadachi, etc. And even when I saw for the first time Leliana, that was just that was beautiful. Just seeing her or him flying down behind the moonshine, it was elegant, reincarnated into a ferocious Wyvern. Anyway, it was such a fascinating thing and it's absolutely amazing. But my favorite, I don't know if it counts because it's related to Behemoth, cough cough, Extreme Behemoth. I'm gonna say how me and my friends fighted Extreme Behemoth for the first time. It was such a hard quest that it took multiple tries. By days, by the way. By days. Like 8 days or more, I don't remember. But it took multiple days because it was such a... we were seriously not giving up. And I think that was the fascinating part. How we kept on going and going and going. And then we finally killed it. Me and a friend of mine we just teleported to the camp with a... don't remember what they're called, but Farcasters. We just dropped them the second I saw him roar, and then just left off. And we hid in the tent, and then my other two friends managed to do the emote thing, and they survived. And it was just sweet satisfaction, baby. It was just wow, the satisfaction that gave me. Never again I'm fighting that thing, not even helping people. Joking, I will help if you need any help when it comes to him. Anyway, we did really good on our roles, from DPS to support to tank. One of my friends was a monster when it came to tank. It was just wow, he was just taking it. Anyway, I think that's probably my favorite, how we managed to finally defeat the biggest thing and hardest thing so far in the game until Iceborne comes out. And essentially, I might show how our thing went, maybe not, but it was something kind of like this. But it was all fun and games and we all were having a good time. I bet. So now comes question number 3. What is your favorite monster and why? So this is the interesting part. There's so many monsters I like, especially from their biology. From Nergigante to Deviljho. I think I'm gonna cheat a little bit here and mix two, because one is one I loved from watching them in YouTube, even though I never played any of the games. And the other one's from World. So in World, I'm gonna have to say it's either, it's hard to mix because it's either Puke Puke or Legiana, but if I'm gonna choose one, I'll probably go Legiana. It's just such a beautiful monster. And when it comes to the older games, and which will hopefully come to World and the expansion, is Tyrex. Because essentially, what's cooler than a T-Rex? A T-Rex with bloody stereos. And my old world monster favorite, I guess I can say that, it will be Tyrex because it's bloody cool and I like dinosaurs and everything. It was such a fascinating thing, and when I got to read the manga of Monster Hunter Flash Hunter, my god, I started to fall even more in love recently when I read that last year. Such a good manga. Anyway, so as it went on, with Tyrex, I find something really fascinating about it because such a ferocious beast, and I'm gonna be honest, I've kind of imitated some of its things. From how it charges and like all four legs and thing. I did that so much when I was a kid and I still do today, don't tell no one. Anyway, I think that he grew my fascination over dinosaurs because they're dead but we know so much about them, but there's still so much we don't know. Such a fascinating thing, and if he ever gets added with turf wars, by the way, with other monsters, oh my god, I'm gonna love him. Anyway, yeah, so those are my two favorites. What's my favorite weapon to use? Well, it's gonna be the switch axe because, or like like many of mains of the switch axe call it, the swag axe, because what's cooler than an axe that transforms into a sword? Nothing. Not even the great sword. Why have it just has the word great on it? What's so special about it? Please don't attack me, any great sword mains, please. I'm just joking. In all seriousness, my favorite would probably be the switch axe. My second favorite, the hammer. I used to use a lot the dual blades, but now it just kind of left it. It was my first weapon when I got to try the demo in Gamescom when I went there, which, my god, that was such a fun thing to do. As it goes on then, in other words, there's a special feeling when it's a satisfaction weapon essentially, because what's cooler than just doing slashing and then stabbing and then get stick to them and then boom 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 and then explosion. It's really cool. I should have not made that noise. I'll probably just woken up some people on the other side. Oh my god. Anyway, as it goes on, I genuinely enjoy the experience. As the switch axe and everything, it's probably my favorite weapon and I'm never gonna stop using it, even in Iceborne. I cannot wait for the new moves for it. And now the final question. Why is that your channel name? Why is that my channel name? Well, it's not Monster Hunter related by any chance, but I used to, there's this, when I was much younger, I did actually make another YouTube channel in the past, which my name was Game Leader, but there were many game leaders there, so I really didn't use it, and besides, I forgot my password for it. So really, it's just now a skeleton now, just a fossil there in the internet, which you'll hopefully not find anyway. But yes, I did really wanted to do this YouTube thing for a while now, and until sometime later, I don't remember when I logged in, like in 2017 or 16, don't remember, but I made my channel, which was the Roaring Rex. And why I was doing it, why I gave it the name, well, it's kind of a popular type of thing, like let's say Rage Gaming Videos, the Gaming Beaver, the Gaming Lemon, or etc. Well, I kind of went for that type of name, so I went with the Roaring Rex, which my favorite dinosaur is the T-Rex, and what's cooler than that? And then T-Rex, Tyrex, so explains the connections. And besides, when I was a kid, I used to play like a dinosaur by a lot. Anyway, So yeah, that's kind of the connection I have with it. I never really used that name outside of it before, just started using it with my YouTube channel. But still, really fun. I'm happy I thank my parents for helping me get the name. Because when I said, oh, I know, what about the Roaring Rex? And my dad just stood up straight up and said, yes, that's a wonderful idea. Now do it. Well, not like that, but essentially really motivated me. So, thanks, Dad. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically all the questions. Now, the people that I'm gonna tag, I'm gonna say, because I didn't saw anyone else doing it, I'm just gonna roll the dice and see if anyone tries to ask them to do it. Rage Gaming Videos, RX Gaming, and Hellkite. Or, I think there's supposed to be something before Hellkite, but I don't remember the name. But yeah, those three guys, I would love to hear their stories about how they became the hunters we all know today. But still, essentially, that's kind of it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more Monster Hunter content, and subscribe to these incredible people, which are Rage Gaming Videos, RX, and Hellkite, because they make amazing content. And Dark Hero, of course, which created this awesome event. I'm definitely planning to make more content related to Monster Hunter in the future, which I cannot wait to do, if I have the time. Anyway, so this was the Roaring Rex. Have an amazing day, and may the Sapphire Star carry your way. Peace.